What's going on, trainers? It's your boy ADRIZZY back again with another tabletop. This week we have Andrew and Alex. Andrew is playing Golisopod Garbodor, and Alex is playing Ninetales. Alex did win the coin flip. He called tails, so he's going to go first. This matchup is going to be interesting since no one's hitting anybody for weakness. So I think I see a Trubbish in Andrew's starting hand. That might be the one he just placed down. They're both players are sending out the prizes. We got an Alolan Ninetales. Sorry, an Alolan Vulpix against Trubbish. Alex just Ultra Ball, discarding a Water Energy. Sorry for that glare. I should have noticed that. That's my apologies. Discarding Water Energy and a Sycamore. Ooh, okay, so he's grabbing the Lele for Bridget. That's crucial. You're going to see that a lot in these standard decks. You Lele for Bridget and you bring out 3 basic Pokemon onto your bench. Or 1 EX. So I see that Coco, another Vulpix, and a Remoraid. Okay, that's interesting. Remoraid is going to be for the draw support. He's already got 4 spots filled up. What are we going to use for that 5th? Maybe leave it open for another Lele so he could grab any supporter he may need. We do see the water come down on the bench. Alolan Vulpix. Okay, so now he didn't attach to the active because that active can search out any Pokemon with no energy requirement. Okay, so Andrew had that Bridget in hand already. Chooses to play one himself, and we see Trubbish, Coco as well, and a Wimpod. So now he has 2 Wimpods, both players with 4 bench Pokemon already. So let's see, we see, okay, so we do see that DCE come down on the Coco, trying to get that spread damage early. Alex's turn, he evolves into Ninetales, and he plays Sycamore, discarding that Turtonator. Got a fresh hand of 7. Let me know if you guys enjoy this pace. I decided to speed it up to about 1.5 times. So just let me know in the comment section. Ultra Ball. Well, we see that that Safeguard Alolan Ninetales being discarded. That's interesting. And he grabs the Artillery. Wants more draw support. The reason I say it's interesting because that Alolan Ninetales blocks all GX attacks. So maybe Alex isn't too worried about the Golisopods. We'll see. So we do see the DCE come down to that benched Alolan Ninetales. Zero Way can retreat this Alolan Vulpix. We do see the Abyssal Hand for 2 more. Water Energy. I think I saw an Aqua Patch. Both players require to set up before they can start attacking heavy, which is nice. We'll see who gets to set up first. Now we do see Alex go for that Beacon, allowing him to search for 2 Pokemon in his deck. Oh, we do see that Larvesta. That is a very interesting tech. I wonder what that's going to be used for. Obviously, he's going to be attacking with Coco and Ninetales. But that Volcarona, he might play the Volcarona that becomes a Lysander. So once you evolve Larvesta into Volcarona, you Lysander, bringing up any Pokemon. So we did see Andrew here playing the Ultra Ball, discarding a Field Blower and a Acerola. And he grabs the Golisopod right away. Now, he still needs to remove that Trubbish from the active. He does play down the Garbodor evolving, and Sycamore with a hands of 0. The pro plays on this man. So that's a full hand of 7. I see another Golisopod which is going to come down, evolves. See a Lele which he can play, but he's already played a Sycamore, so he might hold on to it. And does he have a way to remove it? That is the question. I mean, he already played Guzma, so he can't. I mean, he already played Sycamore, so he can't Guzma. And he just passes. That's unfortunate. Alex, I see him bring out the Aqua Patch, attaches the water to that benched Ninetales. Now the question here is, does he have a way to switch out that Alolan Vulpix as well? Both players are stuck with Pokemon they cannot really attack with, or do damage with, I should say. So we see here the Ultra Ball, maybe? No. What's he going to do? Okay, so he manually retreats, attaching that Water Energy, and he's going to do 50 to the bench Golisopod. Interesting play. So does 50 damage to that Golisopod. Andrew draws for turn. Is there a way he can remove? I see it. Okay, so yeah, the Choice Band comes down onto the brand new Golisopod with no damage on it. Now he has a card he is thinking of playing. Does he have a way to switch out? I know he has that Guzma in his hand. Does he play it? Switches. Oh, so he is. He's gonna bring out the Artillery with no Floatstone on it, so it has a pretty hefty retreat cost, and he does 20 damage to every single Pokemon with Flying Flip from that Coco. So he's going to put damage early. Ninetales is actually a hefty stage 1, so he needs to hit hard Well, he needs to actually build up some damage on it and then hit it hard with Golisopods. So we see Alex draw for turn. Trying to decide what the play is. He attaches another water energy to that benched Alolan Vulpix. Does he have a way to remove... Okay, so we see a Lele taking up his 5th and final bench spot. Will he go for a Guzma himself? Uh-oh. Checking cards. Oh, it might be prized. Oh, now you guys can't hear this, but he did say that both of his Guzmas are prized. That is unfortunate. So what do you do now? Is there a way to remove it? Do you run Float Stone? He does have a Float Stone he brought to the top of the deck. He's going to have to play N. Asking Andrew how many cards were in his hand. Yep, he's going to have to play N. Hopefully he can grab this Float Stone. He is going to get 6 new cards, so hopefully he can grab it. Oh, he only grabbed it N. Sorry, he did not play it. He has some Alolan Volp. He has an Alolan Ninetales in his hand. An Ultra Ball. So he can evolve that Vulpix. Chooses not to. Wonder what the play is. Okay, oh, okay, so he has Acerola. Probably something he did not want to do. You know, because you have to evolve it once again. Yeah, plays down the Remoraid, hoping to evolve next turn. Unless Andrew sees that and plays N himself. Now he's going to do 50 to the other bench Golisopod. That's interesting. So he's also spreading damage around. He himself is spreading damage around, not necessarily attacking the Coco. We see an Ultra Ball discarding Wimpod and another Field Blower. That's interesting. We see the Garbodor with the Garbotoxic ability come down. That Float Stone's going to block all abilities. So right now, Alex really doesn't play abilities. Ninetales doesn't have an ability. Lele's have already been played. But it's still interesting. We see N, so he does play N. Alex just lost that artillery that was in his hand. He might get a Float Stone that he was looking for, though. So we'll see what happens with this N. Both players are going to draw 6. We see a DCE in Andrew's hand, a Trubbish. These guys are pretty good at hiding their hand. I can't really see. So we do see that a Rainbow Energy. Does he attach? Adding 10 more damage to one of his Pokemon when attached. And he's about to grab it. Nope, he just does 20 all around again. So he's just setting up every Pokemon for probably a one-hit KO. Those Lele's. The Ninetales are the biggest threat, like I mentioned before. And we see the draw for turn. Oh, Field Blower. Taking out the Float Stone and the Choice Band. So now abilities are back on. He does have a full bench, so he won't be able to use any abilities right now. He won't be able to use that Volcarona, and he doesn't even have a Larvesta out. But we see an Aqua Patch attaching to the bench, the Alolan Vulpix. We do see DC in hand, Choice Band. Okay, so he's setting up another one, getting ready to attack with it. Does he have the Alolan Vulpix? I mean, Alolan Ninetales, excuse me. We see the DCE and the N. Okay, that's a pretty good play. Very good play. Hopefully he can grab that Alolan Ninetales. Have 2 Ninetales ready to go. Now both players are going to be getting 6 more cards, since no one has taken a prize card yet. So both players are still going to have a lot of resources they can get to be able to grab the cards that they need. So we're looking at... Oh, you guys, you know what? I just realized this is my deck. So Andrew was showing the camera my Golisopod. One of my Golisopods is damaged. I bought it that way when mine got stolen. I wanted to get a cheap replacement, so it's pretty damaged. I don't think he noticed, but it is. That's interesting. He's playing with my deck. I totally forgot, since this match happened about 3 weeks ago. Alright, so yeah, Alex did find the Ultra Ball for the Artillery. Abyssal Hand for 2. And he knocks out that Tapu Koko, doing 160 damage with Blizzard's Edge, but it makes you discard 2 energy, so he discarded that DCE right away. Now we see the Garbodor come out with the Float Stone. He was able to find another one. We see Grass Energy as well. What is the move here? What should he do? He plays down a Wimpod. Now he can attack with Golisopod, attaching that Grass Energy. It'll do 120, but it won't be enough for a knockout. And Alolan Ninetales has an amazing GX attack called Ice Path GX, and allows you to transfer all damage from your Alolan Ninetales onto your opponent's Pokemon. So if you get enough, you can probably knock out your opponent's Pokemon with that GX attack, and you free yourself from all damage. So Andrew played the N. Now Alex is only going to draw 5, while Andrew's going to draw a full 6. You see a Guzma, some DCEs, I believe. Retreats. And he's going to hit for 120. Now, Alolan Ninetales already has 40, so that puts it at 160. His Golisopod has 50 damage on it, so if you were to Ice Pad GX, like I mentioned before, it's going to be a knockout. You transfer all damage onto Golisopod, it's going to knock it out with an exact 210 damage. So we see him draw for turn. Ooh, Field Blower, the Garbatoxin. So now abilities are back on. He attaches a Floatstone onto Octillery, so now Abyssal Hand is up. Choice Band, and he flips over his GX marker using his GX attack, Ice Path, knocking out that Golisopod for an easy 210 exact damage. Alright, so we see the Garbodor being brought up. The Garbodor with a Trash Avalanche attack. Draw for turn. He must have something in his hand. So he attaches the... Okay, so we have a Guzma. We have a Guzma move. Brings up the benched Alolan Vulpix that had all the energy on it, and knocks it out for 1 prize card. Alex promotes the Octillery with the Floatstone, so he's able to retreat at ease. You see his hand? He does have... Oh, he has a... Okay. Oh. He's thinking about playing that Espeon. Devolving some Pokemon. And taking multiple knockouts that way, maybe? Okay, so he Sycamores. That's interesting. Sycamores for a fresh hand of 7. Retreats with the Floatstone. With the Alolan Ninetales. And he does Blizzard's Edge for 160, 210 exact. Oh no, it might be more. I'm sorry, he has that Choice Band, knocking out the Golisopod regardless. Andrew is in a very tight spot right now. He lost both of his Golisopods. He's bringing up the Trash Avalanche Garbodor. Retreats. I mean, he draws for turn. He pulls that Rescue Stretcher. He's able to evolve, and he's gonna end. So now Alex is only gonna grab 1, but he does have that Abyssal Hand, so he's not in too much trouble. Can Andrew find a way to retreat this Trash Avalanche? I'm not sure how many items Alex has played. Maybe he might be able to hit with Trash Avalanche. So we see the pass. Oh my gosh, my deck is running pretty bad right now. I feel so bad for letting him borrow it, and it's running like this. It usually runs pretty well, but maybe I'm just a bad player. So we see the draw for turn. Has a DCE, which he can use to... Yep. Attaches the DCE. And he does 50 to the Garbatoxin Garbodor. Excuse me, I was going to say Trash Avalanche. Oh, so now it's Andrew's turn. What does he do? Is there a way he can get a knockout on this Alolan Vulpix? He's checking his discard once again. Checking Alex's discard. Maybe counting the items. But I don't think he has an energy to be able to attack with it. We see... No? Okay, we see a Trubbish come down, Ultra Ball, Sycamore, and a Trash Lance Garbodor. That's interesting. Okay. And search his deck. What does he have left? Does he have a Lele that he can probably use? Nope, he fails to search. I mean, he does have a Lele. I do see the Lele in there, but he's going to fail the search. That's very interesting. Probably just checking to see what exactly he has, what's in his prizes. So he was thinning out the deck. I see what he did. He thinned out the deck so he doesn't draw into any of those cards that he just discarded. So now Alex is back at 1. Well, he's going to get 4, I believe. 2, 4. Oh, he's 5. Okay, so he has 5 prize cards. And holy smokes, look at that hand. He drew almost all energies. Attaches the rainbow. But I think this is game regardless because Ninetales is only going to come back and hit with Blizzard's Edge for 160. So Alex took this match. Please go ace on that like button. Subscribe if this is your first time here. And remember, train on.